So Arsenal drew not against Nottingham Forest at City Stadium. So a lot of people will say it's a bad thing for Arsenal, doesn't show them all these things. But I think if you look at the top teams, when they are falling, it's not a fall that's because the problem is just here. The problem started maybe 4 or 5 games before the game that you will call out and say there is a problem. Because, I mean, before the season started, everyone has been telling Arteta that you need to sign a striker, you need to sign a striker. And in my belief, I believe Arteta never actually signed a striker because he needed a striker. He signed a striker because everybody else has been telling them you need to sign a striker. But now, Arteta decided to sign a striker, Bukayo. My thing is, I don't believe the way Arsenal they are playing to Bukayo in his actually strength in terms of him scoring goals. I think they're trying to play their own way. He needs to be one that's trying to fit into the system. And I think it's always hard as a player trying to fit in a system of people that they've been playing together 2 to 3 years. And I mean, that's why when Havertz come back, it's going to look like Havertz and Jesus maybe are better strikers than Bukayo because they understand the system. So my thing is, I will encourage Arteta to actually, if he started implementing a system that will benefit him, because I think it's a crunch time now, second part of the season. You're going to need people that are going to give you goals. And now, if you look at what Arsenal have been doing, they've been actually getting goals from everybody. Especially their defense has been scoring goals. Gabriel has been scoring a lot of goals. They've been scoring goals, those guys, Timber, the midfield. So everyone has been pitching in with goals. Actually, Bukayo hasn't been scoring that much goal. So for me, that's an issue. And also, I think they need to make sure that if they want him to be the guy that he's going to lead their front line, just give the guy penalty. He can score penalty. And I think it's one of the things that's in the modern football the coaches don't do. Because I think as a coach, you need to ask the striker, do you score penalties? If the striker says score penalty, you go whoever was scoring penalty. You're like, look, I understand you're scoring penalty, but this guy needs to be our main man so that if it's tough, we know this guy can pull us, just to give him confidence, give him penalties. So I think when you look at Arsenal, the game yesterday was really, really tough. They created a lot of chances trying to win, but also they led some of the chances for actually Forest to actually score, but they didn't take their chances as well. So, but I think one of the things that is going to be a problem for Arsenal going forward, there is no game that is going to be easy for them, especially as the league leaders, because they drew yesterday. Now they are ahead of everyone with 7 points. And if Villa play today and win, it will be 4 points. And I think that's the issue. And their next game, they are playing against United. And if you watch yesterday's games, you know what United did to City. We've never seen a United that play like that. And I mean, all the credit is going to go to Carrick, because I mean, what United did yesterday, one of those things. So I'm thinking Arsenal going to host United next week is going to be a tough match for them after coming to another tough match, because now what is going to be a problem for Arsenal, playing the teams that are actually in the bottom half. Those are the teams that will play trying to fight to stay in the league, and they are not going to let Arsenal just get easy goals. So I think Arsenal, they need to fight more than hard to get the goals that they want, because I think it's pressure and more pressure for them going forward, because no one is going just to grant you the league. You have to fight for it. And I mean, this stigma that they are chokers is still gonna just follow them. And then I think when they start throwing games like this, people are gonna be like, oh, it's coming. But if you're being honest, the games where they were playing Wolves as well, it wasn't an easy game for them. Unfortunately, they were able to score goals, but it was one of those things where you look at the way they play, and I think the way they set up with the 3, I understand now why they don't have a space for Eze, because I mean, having Eze on that team, for me, I don't think it helped them in either way. That's why I believe that Eze was supposed to go to Tottenham, because I think Tottenham, he had a space and he was going to play in his own role where he's comfortable to play. So I think in Arsenal, he really doesn't fit in that midfield 3, because the midfield 3, the way they play, they allow everyone to move. Everyone can come in and get the ball. Everyone can go forward and distribute the ball. Everyone can run in the side. Like, that's how that midfield is so balanced. And I think Arteta will prefer to have Ødegaard over Eze. And on the left-hand side, is tricky, because I think the better player for them on the left-hand side has to be Trossard. I think Trossard is good. Sometimes Trossard doesn't score into all those things, but I think Trossard is good. And Martinelli, when Martinelli comes in, he always comes in with like a bang, with like a speed, trying to do all those crosses and create more chances. So I think Eze will have to fight so hard to get into that starting 11 because it's not going to be easy for him. And yesterday, nice game to Madueke. He actually did what I know Madueke for. Madueke always troubled defenders, always got defenders. Once he get the ball, you want to go at you as a defender. So you have to make sure that you stop him. And I think what he needs to fix the finishing. And then I think it's going to be a beast maybe going forward if he can manage to fix the finishing, because he knows how to take on defenders. Just to have like a clear vision of what you want to do with the ball, I think it's going to help Arsenal, because going forward Arsenal are going to play finals all the way until the season ends. So they need to make sure that they're around, and still they have other tough games that they need to play in the Champions League as well. So I think Arsenal, they are under a lot of pressure, but credit to them that they still in all the 4 competitions, so they are in a chance of winning the quadruple, even though no one is giving them a credit actually talking about Arsenal has a potential to win quadruple. But I think they do, because they are they have one leg in the final of Carabao Cup, because they beat Chelsea 3-2. So I don't think Chelsea will come back to that match. If they do come back, but I don't think they will go to the final. So I think Arsenal and City will go to the final, because City won 2-0. So I don't see Newcastle also come back. So it's going to be a lot of tough games for Arsenal. I think Arteta will have to be smart about that one. Some of the games you need to think about resting some of the players and getting the best in some of the players as well. So I think my question from Arteta and my issue with him is always been sticking to the same 11. I think he needs to chop and change so that everyone will be in the rhythm, because he will need everyone's help when it comes to this part of the season. So if you like what I've been saying, you have your thoughts as well, just make sure that you comment below and you subscribe so that we can get to the 10,000 subscribers. It will help the channel very well, and I'm thankful that you're watching my content. Make sure that you like, click that bell, and you can share my content with your friends and family. Tell them Pop Kiss is here on Impact Play. We just talk about soccer, we have our conversation, and I will see you on the next one.